Hello everyone, welcome to Inconvenient Truths. I'm your host, Jennifer Zeng. In the past few days, some parts of China have experienced once in 1,000 years heavy rainfall, and terrible videos and images have been circulated on the internet. Contrast to this is how quiet, how positive the CCP's media as well as some mainstream media in the West have been about this. Today I have to tell you about the contrast. Again, the content and the videos you are going to see are unique to me, and you won't see this in the so-called mainstream media. First of all, let's watch some short clips I put together. The first few ones are about the flooding situation in Zhengzhou City, Henan Province in China. The last clip is how the CCP's CCTV, which means China Central Television, is reporting about the flood. Please make sure you read the subtitles.
老大哥，一个男人。 真宝拿枪。
我想看到幼儿园。
This is inside the subway.
对。
要不要面对面见你？ 让他看一下。
Inside the subway.
谁在砸，请不要砸！
Someone shouting the electricity is cut off.
看这儿有2个、3个，这儿旁边还有一个在做心肺的，都晕了，都是女的。
Bodies on the platform of the subway.
这2天盆泼大雨袭击华北多地，那您有没有发现这次各地的应对有啥不一样呢？要我说啊，这次的应对很有样，充分运用了科学手段，做到了全面而系统。暴雨到来之前，气象部门连发预报；暴雨到来之后呢，从交通路政部门到排水、消防救援等部门都是全力以赴做好保障。一些地方还及时实行了弹性上下班，把降雨对大家的。
正七街红端路口正对站抢救人高压电。
This is another one showing that someone was dead after being hit by the high voltage electricity leak through the flood. Now let's play. So you can see that. Let's play video 3. Yes, you can see in this that a father is trying to rescue his son, but only ends up being washed away together with his son. See this. So this woman was claiming this father was trying to rescue his son, and they were washed together instead. So she said, oh, the child was washed away. Washed away. So you see the running water, we'll talk about this later. So not say picture 1, not this one, picture 1. This is the cover photo. Yes, this is the picture 1. This post says as of 1:30 a.m. July 21st local time, hundreds are still being tracked in the subway system in Zhengzhou, waiting to be rescued. They are hungry, cold, and could be suffocated. Now let's see picture 2. Yeah, this post says that at 9:46 on July 20th, they had been trapped on a train for 20 hours at a place only 10 kilometers away from Zhengzhou city. This person had tried all the government hotlines, no help at all. Now let's see, another video. So this video shows a body being dragged ashore with a banner that was made to celebrate the CCP's 100th anniversary. What an ironic choice. Maybe this is the only good that the banner has ever done. So you can count how many bodies you've already seen in the videos I showed. So this is another body. Let's play the next one. Yes, you imagine this is obviously shooting from inside the car. You imagine you are sitting in the car and watch all the running water. These two videos are all inside the subway. See how deep the water has already become. This is the subway in Zhengzhou. And this is another one of the explosion in a chemical factory. The explosion is a result of the flooding because, when the chemical materials got water, they exploded. So this one is shot from the countryside. We can see the flood is as bad as in the city. I guess people in the countryside are getting even less help than the people in the city. By the way, Zhengzhou city has about 12 million people, so it is a very big city, and the capital city of Henan province. Yeah, this is another one showing people are trying to rescue a woman, trying to hold her, not to be washed away. They tried to drag her against the running flood. Now she's trying to hold on to the car. They're still trying to throw some rope to her. Unless she couldn't hold anymore. But anyway, this one ended up well because a brave man got her. So she was rescued. She was lucky. Now, this is another woman trying to struggle so hard in the water, and she was lucky too. She got rescued. So you see, this one is from someone's house. We didn't know which. Yeah, this one is from the tunnel. This one shows that, when the water already were flooded in the tunnel, the feed connect machine is still trying to connect the feed. So we will see this a little later why this is a deadly action that has caused huge loss. Because actually within 5 minutes, the tunnel was all flooded in water, according to some survived eyewitness. So yeah, that one we just watched is just unbelievable. Now let's watch a video after the flood. I guess the next one is shot from this morning. So this is after the flood. You see all the cars all packed together near the tunnel or on the highway. So people are there watching. Okay, now next, let's watch another 2 videos also shot this morning with the person who filmed the videos giving us some explanations. So please make sure you read the English subtitles.
下水道你看成啥了？现在抽水都抽不及，里头车全部都闷进去了。车里头都有司机呀，都有人呐，都是一家一家的呀。你说这咋弄啊？你说说，啊，你看来出来，我想着给家做了急诊，我出来看看吧。你看看那外头的景象惨不忍睹啊！我天哪，那医学院淹的呀
！7月22号的上午8点多哈，这个地方是郑州市的京广路和陇海路交叉口的这个南侧。我们看到呢，从北向南和从南向北的2个方向呢都完全中断了，然后这个隧道里边呢是有大量的这个积水，目测它这个水的深度啊超过5米。我说的是它这个隧道里面的这个深度啊，因为你这个隧道口呢它是有坡度的，然后这个地方呢翻倒了一辆车，它这个车身我估计得有个1米多吧，1米多2米的样子，然后目前只能看到这个轮子，这个车呢已经完全的这个翻倒过来了，底朝天，我们看到呢只有一个轮子。我们可以看到啊，它这个积水，然后据这个群众讲呢，是在这个7月20号的它这个下雨的时候啊，很多这个司机呢一开始里面的水是比较浅的，但是呢很多司机呢没有选择退出，而是选择了一个观望，然后滞留。那么这个水呢越来越深，很多这个司机呢后来想跑出的时候已经晚了。我们可以看到大概有几百辆车这么横七竖八的像玩具一样落在一起，这个路已经完全中断了哈。很多人在围观，像看那个电影大片一样，可以看到啊，密密麻麻全都是这个围观的路人。这个车呢，大家再看一下这个情景啊，横七竖八的完全的落在一起，感觉好惨啊。而这个已经是下雨的2天以后了，目前这个救援呢根本是来不及，因为到处这个郑州市里面的很多地方啊都有类似的这个情景，但这个地方呢是一个比较明显的一个地段。郑州的雨后啊，这个救灾也是一个问题，因为量太大了哈。
Okay, that are some of the videos I found. There are a lot more on the internet. Now, let's try to figure out how many people could have died. Right now, it is still a mystery. This morning, CCP's mouthpiece Xinhua says 33 have died, with 8 are still missing. 33 dead, do you believe it? Let's do our own maths. The tunnel we just saw is about 5 kilometers long and has 6 lanes. Some say 8 lanes. Let's assume it has 6 lanes, and the water peaked in the late afternoon on July 20th. So when everybody was rushing home, let's say there was a car every 7 minutes in the tunnel, which is a quite conservative estimation. So 5 meters divided by 7, then times 6, because we have 6 lines. The result is 285 cars in the tunnel. So if we suppose every 3 cars had 2 people in it, then the death toll could be over 6,000. If we suppose every car had 2 or 3 people inside, we just heard that man saying some cars has a whole family inside it, so the death toll could be more than 8,000 or over 12,000. So yeah. Also, did you remember that one of the videos we just saw says that similar things could be seen at many places in Zhengzhou? And how many people have died in the subway system? What we saw was just from one of the subway lines. There was another line that had the same problem, but there were no videos or photos from that line leaked. We only heard that hundreds or more were trapped in it during the flooding. So what I can say is the death toll could be at least thousands or tens of thousands. Now, you might want to ask, how did all this happen? In 2018, the CCP said it would invest 53.4 billion yuan, that is about 7.7 billion US dollars, to build Zhengzhou into a sponge city, which means the city will have the ability to absorb, reserve, and then release and purify the water in case of heavy rain. Only after this deadly flood did people start to ask, where is the 53 billion yuan? What has the CCP done to build the drainage system of the city and the subway system? Initially, the CCP said this was a heavy rainstorm that only happens every 40 years. Then, the Zhengzhou Weather Bureau said this rainfall is once in every 1,000 years. Then, the Henan Water Resources Department says this is a rainstorm that could only happen every 5,000 years. Many netizens became so angry when they read this that they actually laughed. Every 5,000 years, this is longer than China's civilized history. Are you talking about the prehistoric great flood that destroyed the entire world? Do we need to build a Noah's Ark to rescue ourselves? So what a joke. Then, how many rainfall did the city get exactly? According to the official figures, in 3 days from July 18th to July 20th, the city got altogether 617 mm of rainfall. The peak appeared on the 20th from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and the city recorded 200 mm rainfall in 1 hour. However, German expert Janssen or Johnson-Janssen in German language said it is impossible to have such a number even if you open all the water taps. In 1998, when China also experienced very bad flooding situations, the rainfall in 3 months was only 600 to 900 mm. So 3 months, 600 to 900 mm. How can you have 200 just in 1 hour? So anyway, I'm not an expert on this, but if you are an expert, you can compare it with the numbers in other places of the world and draw your own conclusion. One big problem is Zhengzhou is on the plain. So if it gets heavy rain, the water should rise relatively evenly. So everywhere got the even number of water. It won't form that kind of fast-running floods we saw in the videos. That sort of rapid flood can only be formed when there is a height difference, right? This is just common sense. Now let's watch a video. You see, this video says at 1:40 p.m. on July 20th, although the rain was heavy, vehicles were still running normally. Then at 2:20 p.m., some buses failed, but most other cars and pedestrians were still running or walking normally. Then at 3:20 p.m., all vehicles stop running and water starts to flow into the underground waterway. And also at 5:30, the underground driveway was filled with flood, and the water level was almost the same level as the road. And the guttering was almost submerged. At the same time, the entire city was immersed. So we saw this before. There are many holes in the city during and after the flooding. So this is the water in the subway. We also see this kind of footage before. So the point of the video is the water did not come from the sky. It came from the upper stream reservoir, which is called Changzhuang Reservoir. When the authorities opened the gate at about 10:30 a.m. to release the water to reduce the pressure of the dam. Let's show picture 10. This is a notice, official notice from the official account of Zhengzhou City. It says that staff at the Changzhou Reservoir started to release the water at 10:30 a.m. on July 20th. The problem is, if you can see when this post was posted, it was posted at 1 a.m. on July 21st. That is almost 15 hours later. So people in Zhengzhou knew nothing at all about the release of the water. They all went to work normally. We saw in one of the videos, the drivers stayed in their cars and didn't choose to abandon them and run away and ended up dying. Why didn't they run? They didn't know the danger. If it was just a normal heavy rain, there was no need to abandon their car and to run away. So another big problem is, why didn't the subway authorities decide to close down the subway and let so many people die in it? Let's show picture 11. Yes, this post was posted by a subway staff member. The post says there was plenty of time for the authorities to decide to shut down the subway. The water first started running into the subway, then it flooded the track, then the trains couldn't move anymore, then the power had to be cut, then the water flooded the evacuation platform, then all the chances for people to run away were lost. The entire system didn't happen. So the entire process of how the subway system was, submerged didn't happen in just 1 minute. The authorities did have plenty of time to respond, but they didn't. Nor did the drivers or the staff on the trains open the subway car doors to let the passengers run away, let alone organize any sort of evacuation. As far as I know, many people drowned, but many died of coldness or lack of air inside the train. It pains my heart to see how people in the CCP's China lack the skills, common sense, knowledge, or courage to save themselves and help others under these kinds of circumstances. They passively waited for the CCP to tell them what to do and died while waiting and had no complaints at all. So won't you agree that this is again a man-made tragedy instead of a natural disaster in every 1,000 years? Now, that's how the CCP is covering this event. Let's look at a post. Yes, this post is by Zhengzhou government again at 7 p.m. on July 20th, when tens of thousands of people are still trapped in the tunnel, subways, or trains, and when they were dying or have already died. The post says, although the rain is heavy, but people of Zhengzhou are strong, optimistic, and not complaining. We firmly believe that after this real rain, our city will be cleaner, our grasses and trees will be greener than ever. Let's see another next picture. Yes. This report of the People's Daily on July 21st used 12 Chinese words and in one sentence to say that 12 people in Zhengzhou died in the flood. and then use over 100 words and an entire paragraph to say that 330 army commanders, 1,159 armed police officers, 60 vehicles, 6,760 rescue team members, 1,383 vehicles, 990 militiamen, 35 boats, 25,784 rescue equipment sets were involved in the rescue. At present, the rescue is still going on. You see, they used 12 words to describe how many people died, and that long paragraph and that detailed numbers about what they have done to rescue people. So this is the front page of the CCP's most important mouthpiece, the People's Daily, on July 21st. So that was the next day after the flood peak. There is zero word about the flood in Zhengzhou. All the reports are either about Xi Jinping and other CCP leaders' speeches, the CCP's birth control policy, and other great achievements, including a high-speed railway, etc. Zero words about the once in 5,000-year flood. Let's see another picture. So these are the front pages of some other publications. Again, zero mention of the flood. Instead, they are talking about studying the CCP's history, optimizing fertility, Xi Jinping's speech, renminbi going out of China, etc. Now let's see the next one. So this is the front page of the Global Times on July 20th. It is more funny. The headline says that the European flood proves that the disaster warning mechanism in Europe are full of flaws and failed the test, etc. The full-page article is all about Europe. Now let's watch the screenshots of two reports I captured this morning. So this report is about the disaster relief effort. In this report, you'll see quite a few photos of the city after the rain, but you won't see the real stuff we just show you. Let's play another one. The next video. Yes, so this is another report about the relief effort. Again, you'll see only beautiful or not too bad images. You won't see any of the real situation. This is what the CCP is allowing you to see. You will never see the videos I show you. So now let's place another video. Yes, so the left side is how the CCP is report about the flood, and the right side is the real situation in Zhengzhou. Can you see the difference? What worries me is the Western media, either because they don't have reporters inside China or because they just want to repeat what the CCP is saying, are basically just copying or using CCP's images or videos about the flood. And they also adopted the CCP's official days number just as they did during the CCP virus or COVID-19 pandemic. I saw an audience member in Holland saying that the TV news in Holland was just repeating CCTV's positive news. And the mainstream media in the US, such as NBC, ABC, CNN, Reuters, are all saying that this is a once-in-a-thousand years heavy rain resulting from global warming, etc. No mentioning of the human errors, city construction problems, or man-made tragedies. So you'll see the difference. So please do share my videos like mad. People need to know the truth. So you can see, apart from beautifying the situations, the old game of covering up is also in play. They play beautiful music to show how they have a good harvest this year, while people are dying in the flood. So these are all what the CCTV is actually playing during the flood. And on the peak of July 20th, they actually played an anti-Japanese war drama when people are dying in the tunnels and subways. Now let's see picture 17. Yes. For example, this report says over 1,000 cars were trapped in the tunnel, but see the next one? Next picture, yes. But later on, when you search with the same news title, the text has been changed to hundreds of cars. So they are downplaying the game. So this report says a staff member at the number 9 hospital in Zhengzhou admitted that some injured passengers from the subway sent to their hospital have died, but it is inconvenient to reveal how many. The reporter was suggested to contact the police for missing people. Next picture. This post says that the CCP is now banning government staff from posting, forwarding, or sharing any info related to the Zhengzhou flood. The author is also from Henan province, but doesn't live in Zhengzhou city. He has lost contact with his sister for 11 hours. Mother of his friend in Zhengzhou was